Hello, kiddos. Hopefully you guys have finished your study guide for Unit 5 and you are here to check your answers. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, ask for the slope of graph B. So if you made your triangle, you saw the rise was 1, 2, 3, 4. The run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's going down and to the right. So we have a negative slope, -4/7. Letter A, the y-intercept, where does it cross the y-axis? Well, that would be right here, which is at -1, 2, 3, 4. So you could say the y-intercept is -4. An even better answer would be to show it as an ordered pair, because the y-intercept is the y value when x is 0. And then letter C, as for the whole equation, so we're going to write y equals something times x, and then our y-intercept. So I know our y-intercept is +1, 2, 3, so something plus 3, and then our slope is, our rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, and it's going down and to the right, so -5x. So that's the equation of our line. Number 4, what's the equation of a line that has a slope of 8/3 and contains the point of 0, 3? Well, they give us the y-intercept right here. The y-intercept is 3 because x is 0. That means 3 is the y-intercept. So we don't have to do any math in this problem. Just put it all together. Our slope times x plus 3. What's the equation of the line that has a slope of 0 and contains this coordinate? Well, when I think of 0, vex hoi, I think of hoi, which tells me that this is going to be a vertical line that goes through this point. There's only a y in my equation. So what is the y value? The y value is 10. So my whole equation is y equals 10. What's the equation of the line that contains the points? All right, so we have -5. We're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it looks like -5 minus 7 is -12. 6 minus the -3, we're going to do bam, bam. So that's +9. We could divide both of those by 3, and we get -4/3, -4/3. Oh, the equation. Okay, so now we know our slope is 4/3. So for the whole equation, we're going to use y equals mx plus b. All right, so now we have our m, and then we're going to choose either one of these. It doesn't matter which one we use for x and y. I'm just going to do the second one. Right. All right, so if I have a y value, I'm going to write -5 for y. My slope is -4/3. My x is +6/1. I don't know my y-intercept. So what can I do right here? I can multiply straight across. -4 times 6 is -24. 3 times 1 is 3. And then -24 divided by 3 is -8. So -8 equals, what am I saying? -5 equals -8 plus b. And now to solve for b, I'm going to get rid of -8. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. So my y-intercept is 3. And now we put it all together. The equation is y equals -4/3 x plus 3. And that is the equation for number 6. Number 7, what's the equation of the line that has a slope of 4 and contains these points? We're going to do what we did up here, except we don't have to do the beginning part where we found the slope. It tells us our slope. So I'm going to start with our equation, y equals mx plus b. So we have a y value of 8. We have our m is -4. We have an x, which is -3. So now we're going to combine. -3 times -4 is 12. Now we're going to subtract 12 from both sides. So our y-intercept is -4. We put it all together and we get y equals negative 4x minus 4. That's our equation. Number 8, John's weight, which is y, this is his total weight, is equal to, after x months can be modeled by the equation. So x represents months, right? So 175 minus 2x, this is about weight. So which of these statements makes sense? John is gaining 2 pounds per month. Well, looks like it's going down, right? 75 minus 2x, which to me looks like John is going to be losing 2 pounds per month. I guess John's on a diet. And letter C and D do not make sense. That's his starting weight. That's the y-intercept, his starting weight. Number 9, compare the two linear functions and then figure out which one has a greater rate of change. All right, so let's do our triangle, make our triangle. So our rise is 2, our run is 1, 2, 3. So our rate of change or our slope is 2/3 for this one. This one, let's see what's happening here. What's going on here? These are increasing by 3 and these are increasing by 1, and that looks like it's consecutive or consistent, I should say. So 3/1, 3/1, 3/1. So which one has the greater rate of change or the greater slope? That would be the table, because 3 is greater than 2/3. So this line is going to be steeper than this one. Greater rate of change. All right, number 10 and 11, we are graphing. So number 10 is already in slope-intercept form for us. So we're just going to start with a y-intercept. That's always where we start. And then our rise over run, 2/1, but it's a negative slope. That means we're going to go down to right 1, down to right 1. And I could do it again, down to right 1. And then it's nearly impossible, but I'll try to draw a straight line. Yep, impossible. Number 11, we have to solve for y. So we're going to get rid of x. So then we have 2y equals negative x plus 6. Then we're going to get rid of times 2 by dividing every single term by 2. So our 2's are gone. This will be the same as -1 times x. So -1/2x plus 3. So we're going to start up here at +3. Our rise is down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. We could keep going if we wanted to. There we go. All right, let me clear my board. What about number 12? We have to solve for a y first. So we want 9 on the other side. So we have -3y is equal to -5x minus 9. Then we divide every single term by -3. So I have a negative divided by negative is +5/3 x. Negative divided by negative is +3. So we're going to start up here at +3. Now, normally I would go up 5, right 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, something like this. Well, obviously I'm off the graph, so I'm going to do the opposite, both opposite direction. So basically I'm thinking of this: -5, -3, down 5, left 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I just want to make sure I still have that positive slope when I'm done, right? So be careful with your directions when you don't have enough room to go up and right. And number 13 is this one. So we're going to get rid of 3x. So then we'd have -y equals -3x. I don't need to write +0. But then I need positive y, so I'm going to divide everything by -1. So positive y equals +3x. Like I said, I could have added +0. That tells me where to start at the origin, 0, 0. And now my rise is up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. 1, 2, 3, right 1. And I have just kind of, sort of, not really graphed my line. Number 14, what is the equation of the XY table? Well, Let's find out our change in y over change in x. So it looks like we increased by 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. And then these are doing what? These are going up by 1, plus 1, plus 1. So it looks like 3 over 1. So 3 over 1 is 3. So our slope is 3. So we're going to multiply 3 times x. And then it gives us right here our y-intercept plus 2. Number 15, fill in the missing values. So let's see if this is being consistent. This looks like it's going down by 2, minus 2, minus 2. We went, it must say a minus, I'm saying meaning plus. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. If I add 2 here, would this still be plus 2? 9 plus 2. Okay, so I know 9 is my missing number here because it's being very consistent. It's not changing what it's increasing by. All right, so this is going up by 8. This is going up by 8. So if we add 8 to 19, we get 27. And then add 8 again, that would be what, 51. There we go. So we know positive 8 over positive 2, if it told us to write the equation, positive 8 over 2 would be 4x. And then if we went down by 4, what would that be? Plus 7. So it doesn't tell you to find the equation, but anyway, it helps you check your answers. You can know if your answers are right. For example, if I put it in 11 for x, 4 times 11 is 44. And is 44 plus 7 equal 51? Yes, I know I'm right. Number 16, what would be the new equation if this line was shifted up 5 units? So remember, shifting up and down only affects the y-intercept. It does not affect the slope. So our slope stays the same. We're going to increase plus 2 by 5 because we're going up 5. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Number 17, we're shifting it down 6 units. So once again, our slope doesn't change. But this time our y-intercept decreases by 6. So 3 minus 6 is negative 3. So that's our answer. Number 18. All right, this time there's only an x in the equation. So I'm thinking of the word or the acronym VUX. I know that this represents a vertical line that has an undefined slope. So I'm going to find 4 on the x-axis. I'm just going to make a vertical line. There we go. That's the equation of that pretend to be vertical line. Number 19, HOY, H-O-Y. There's no x, there's only a y, which tells me this is a horizontal line. This horizontal line has a 0 slope. So I'm going to go down here to -3, and I'm going to make a horizontal line that goes through 0, -3. Jack and Tom are on track. The equation shows the total time. Y stands for time. It takes Jack to run X miles. The table shows the total time it takes Tom to run X miles. Who is the faster runner? Oh, okay. Well, let's find, we already know Jack's unit rate. So in 1 mile, it would take him 8 minutes. 1 mile, so if X is 1, in 1 mile, it would take Jack X 8 minutes. All right, so let's see what's happening here. This is plus what? This is plus 1, and this is plus 9. 27 plus 9 is 36, is that right? This is not plus 9, this would be what, 18? 18 over 2, want to make sure it's linear, first of all. And then 81 minus 54 would be what, 27 over 3. And then 9 over 1. All right, so it looks like they're all 9 over 1, 18 over 2, 27 over 3, 9 over 1. Yep, so this is increasing by 9 consistently. So this is y equals 9x. And our 0 would be 0 here. All right, so who is the faster runner? Well, it looks like Tom is the faster runner. Why? Because Tom's unit rate is 9. I'd say Jack's unit rate is 8, and I'd say 9 is greater than 8. All right, does that make sense? Okie dokie. So use similar triangles to answer the following questions. What is the slope? Well, this first one has a rise of 4, a run of 6. This one has a rise of 8 over 12. So rise over run, they all equal 2 over 3, don't they? The slope in simplest form is 2 over 3. Just showing you that similar triangles can all get you to the right slope eventually. Our y-intercept looks like it's -5. So we put all that together and we have 2/3 x minus 5. Number 22, same thing. So I see that our y-intercept is a whole number, couple whole numbers, and then it looks like this one is a couple whole numbers. So 3, -1. So our slope is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and this line is going down and to the right. So our rise over run, but make sure you know that's a negative slope. Our y-intercept looks like it's +4. So when we put it all together, we say our slope times x plus our y-intercept. Write the equation of the line that passes through the point 0.07 and has a slope of -5. All right, once again, they give us the y-intercept. So we're going to write -5 times x plus 7. And number 24, an electrician charges customers $76 for each hour worked, plus $25 fee for travel. If H represents hours, write an equation that represents this. So I guess Y equals the customer charges. So he's making $76 per hour plus $25 for travel. So that's it. Or if you put an X for 8, that's okay. All right, I think this is the last one. Write an equation. So let's find our slope. Let's do our triangle. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like a slope of 1. 5 over 5 is 1. So 1 times x is x. And then our y-intercept is +4. All right, guys, I hope you did well. So our test is this week. So let me know if you have any questions on any assignments, and I will talk to you guys later.